One. Hey everyone, it is your girl Pearl.
And Stacy on the side. Hey,
Hey, how you doing? How you
we
doing?
doing good.
Good. Let's have some tea time.
Start pouring.
So I hope everyone's enjoyed your winter break. We surely did.
And
We are going
am.
to talk about the winter solstice and Yule in this episode.
Finally.
But first things first, Stacy is going to have her
Yes.
doctor's appointment tomorrow. So we want to wish her good vibes and hope
Positive
everything will
thoughts.
be okay.
Yes, I believe it will be.
So just in case you're not sure what is going on, Stacy was diagnosed with skin cancer and
Hopefully it'll be taken care of tomorrow.
yep, what she said. Have to talk about, sorry. Like I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to speak it into existence type of thing.
It's being removed.
Yes, we're getting that negative thing out of here. Did you ever name it?
No.
You didn't
It.
name your mole?
It's not a mole. It just it popped
It
up.
was a mole.
No.
No?
This one just popped up. It's below a mole though. That I've
Mm.
had forever. Like as a kid, but it just popped up, and I thought it was a skin tag because as you get older, sometimes you gain weight. So I just thought it was a skin tag, and I was wrong.
Yeah. So
So hopefully
we're
it'll
gonna
be freezing off tomorrow, and nothing's spread, everything's good, and it's just something else to be on the watch for in the future.
here.
Okay, next
Okay.
subject, not next thing that pops
All
up.
right. So we are gonna talk about the winter solstice. We never got this far in the other years that we recorded. So it's kind of exciting that we're finally talking about this because we talked about every other Sabbath but this one.
And
So this is
details and other things, and
yeah, so this is the final one, I believe. I believe we have all of the year of the wheel taken care of now after we get this episode done. So aren't you excited to finally finish the wheel? At least one, subject matter on
it
it,
took a couple years, but yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it took a
Okay.
while, but we got here. It's
Some of
just a
us
little rough.
procrastinate more than others. I am
Yeah,
definitely one.
yeah. It's just a little rough on us because, we have the death of our father during this time. Um,
Which
the
I don't
death
think
of my
about.
best, yeah, the death of my best friend during this time. As you all know, they passed away on December the 22nd. And then now we also have my mom's old co-worker friend had passed away on December 22nd as well. So it's like
Yeah.
kind of sad.
12
And then,
22 is a rough date.
yeah, it's rough. And then plus it's right there with your holidays and yeah. So
But hopefully
I
it
want to,
makes you appreciate people you do have more.
yeah, for sure. Make sure you take that time to call them and, like,
Just let
hey,
them
I know
know.
it's been a while. I just thinking about you and I just want to say
Love you.
hello.
Yeah.
Just something that easy, and you don't have to sit there wait on them to do it first.
And it can make a huge difference in a person's life.
Mm-hmm.
Just a quick, hey, what's up? Been a while.
Mm-hmm. Bury any hatchets that you may have with some people that you're quarreling with. Like I try to reach out to my nieces, sort of, the ones I got into a heated discussion, debate. Um, it got nasty. They started calling names and stuff, and I wasn't going to call any names. I just used facts like I always do, and that's what
And
usually
who was
pisses
this?
people off. Haggie's two children girls.
I didn't know you got into it with any of them, or was it
Mm-hmm.
about them? With?
Mm, I mean, it was over the phone debate. It was a debate, a
Okay, you
political
and I need to
debate.
have another discussion
Ah,
offline. I know nothing of this. Not a zero zilch.
surprise! Yeah,
Nothing. When did this occur?
like over the summer, maybe or spring.
Is that why that subject came up when they were coming to visit? Not
Yeah,
to discuss? I did not know there was.
yeah.
I didn't know you talked to them.
Well, I don't know how it happened, but we were talking somehow. I don't know why.
Oh, wow.
Mm.
Oh, no, no,
Oh,
no, no. You got
no,
me all mixed up.
I think it was through Facebook.
Ah.
And then the oldest started tagging the younger sister. Anyways, we're getting off the subject. Let's get
No,
back
we're
to
not. Let's end the year with resolution because I'm not friends
That's
with
what we're
either one
gonna
of
do at
them.
the end of the episode.
I'm not friends with either one of them
Yeah.
on Facebook.
Yeah.
So, nah. Ooh, damn. Why did you say this before we began recording?
Surprise.
Now I know why that comment was made not to discuss. I had no idea. That's why I was like, what the
Well,
hell?
I was like, well, I'm not even gonna come down then. Like,
Yeah, I knew you said that, but I didn't know anything was.
the tea was
Mm.
hot, girl. It was hot, too hot to handle. All right,
See,
so
now you're going to make me
we'll
go on
talk about it
Facebook
later. We'll talk about
as
it
we're
later.
discussing.
Stop
Go
it.
ahead.
It's been deleted.
Ah, shit. Well,
Too
that's
bad,
not
too sad.
fair. I was going to go on and look as we talk. Okay.
It was my fault. It was my fault. I take accountability. They're just children's.
No. You all know to
Well,
be
they're
in
adults,
college
but
and vote,
still. Yes,
and you can lay
yes.
down and have a couple kids. You're adult.
Stop it.
And all because they
Moving
got
on.
brainwashed, sometimes they need a dose of reality.
Stop. Stop. Stop.
Okay, winter solstice, shall we?
I love you though.
I love you too. But
All
it's still the
right.
truth, what I said. It's sad.
Uh-huh.
Okay, the
So
winter solstice.
the winter solstice happened on December the 21st of 2023 at, I believe, in Eastern Standard Time. It was like at 9:37 p.m. at night. That is when it happened for us. So what happens is that is known as the longest night or the shortest day. However you want to look at it, it equals the same thing because
The
it
longest
does.
night or the shortest day. That
Yep,
is true.
yep. The longest
I think I'd
night.
rather say
So
the longest night. Yeah.
I like it. It's kind of like Renaissance-ish.
I like the moon more
The
than the
longest
sun.
night. Yeah. But we always celebrate the sun, since the beginning of
Yeah,
time.
you need both.
We've always
You
been
need both for
fascinated with
life.
it. Yes, touche.
Okay.
And so basically what happens is the sun, it does this beautiful dance. I'm going to actually upload a video for you guys on Wake and Ways podcast TikTok about this winter solstice and how the sun dances in the sky throughout the whole entire year. And you can see this beautiful spiral. It almost does like the infinity symbol, right? Y'all know the infinity symbol, like the figure eight
Yes.
on its side. So that's what the sun does all year long. And ha- and that's why if you hear anything of like a spiral and stuff, and people are talking about the sun and the moon and That's what they're kind of talking about because of the dance that it does throughout the whole year. So during this time in the northern hemisphere, the daylight is finally coming back. That is why at Yule time is celebrated during the same time, and people decorate their house with lights because they're welcoming the light to come back. So after December the 21st, your days are going to start getting longer, which means your sunsets are going to start happening later and later and later, giving you more daylight as the time goes. Now, there is Yule, right? Yule is, where are you? You're too
I'm,
quiet.
I'm right here. I'm listening.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. Ha
Okay.
ha. Rowan answered.
So Yule is celebrated as like the winter festival, right? And it started with the Germanic peoples and then it's moved over to like your Celtics and then your English and then they started changing everything to Christian, which turned into Christmas. So there's many winter solstice celebrations in many cultures throughout the whole entire world. They all just have different names. You know, the Chinese, they have theirs. Japanese, they have theirs. You know, your Celtics, they have theirs. Christians have theirs. Your Jews have theirs. Your Muslims have theirs. You know, they all have some type of celebration in the wintertime. And it's usually coordinated with the sun, um, the, the winter solstice, sorry. Now, the pagans, witches, they like to use the Yule log to celebrate and they decorate their house with the evergreens because it is a symbol showing that the earth still continues and life still goes on even during the darkest night, which is why we bring in our pine trees and we decorate them with all of these blessings that we want with the silvers or the golds and the lights on the trees to welcome the lights in with the new abundance of wealth, etc. Oops, sorry, dropped something. Okay,
Okie dokie.
so people usually celebrate Yule and the winter solstice at the same time. You know, of course, this is your practice, you do it your way. So you could do a little something for yourself. You know, you could decorate your altar, you can do some tarot cards, and you can do some reflecting because that's what a lot of people tend to do during Yule is they're reflecting on the life's end and they start making preparations for the new coming months that are going to be getting a little colder, a little snowier, and a little rough. And they have to make, you know, all of their crops last them, you know, for the year. Well, for the winter, anyways, back then. But now, you know, we just eat. We eat, we stock up, we get fat, and we get jolly. So,
Oh my God, yes. Ate like crazy yesterday.
yes, I just ate some leftovers today,
Me
right before I
too.
started recording. So typically with Yule, they celebrate by eating, giving gifts, you know, decorating with the fall. You know, you'll see like the mistletoe. And what do you have for me, sis? I'll let you jump in here real quick while I
Let's
look
scroll
for
through and look.
something.
I like
Huh?
this one part I was reading where it says Yule is a wonderful time to celebrate peace. Similar to the energy that we experience during Christmas, the winter solstice reminds us that peace comes from darkness and stillness. The darkest end of the year can also be the most peaceful and spiritual time. It just says it's a great time to well, connect, meditate, or to do shadow work. And I never thought
Hmm.
about that, but that's because it is the longest nighttime and you can sit in peace and That is a good thing I like. I don't know about the shadow work, but that I do like.
Yeah.
And how people back in the day, as early as the Stone Age. Okay, I have a hard time saying this word. Norwegians. Sorry, I can't say that word. In
Norwegian.
Ireland and can I
Your
pronounce this? I'm sorry.
Celtics, your Scandinavians.
Yeah, Scotland. People would gather around the structures, which were built in a line with the sunrise, and try to capture the last rays of sun during the darkest day of the year.
Yep,
Pagans'
that's during
holidays are, let's
Stonehenge
see,
typically is one of them.
yeah,
There's several different sites that are built, and throughout the world, it's not just one spot, each culture has their own type of thing. Even in North America, we had one. It was the Georgia Guidestones, but somebody ruined it.
that's funny.
They
Some of these
ruined it.
words, I'm sorry, but I just cannot pronounce, and I feel like I'm disrespecting it by even trying to. So I'll send you the link of what I'm looking at. That way, if anyone else, if you don't mind adding the links. Say Yule traditions came later. Yule is technically a 12-day feast, beginning with the winter solstice, which centers around the worship of each tradition's major deities. Yule was also commonly celebrated in Germanic countries throughout history,
Dramatic.
like you said, Norway,
Yeah.
Sweden, then the logs, large ones. So I guess they would have like a
Have a big
bonfire.
old bonfire.
Yeah,
Yes. You party down. You drink.
these
Song.
logs were set on fire at one on each end and could take up to 12 days. That sounds like a tree.
hmm
It sounds like they got a tree and burnt the tree as a log. And people feasted from the fire from the log until it went out. Oh, according to the
Mm-hmm.
Norse belief, each spark from the fire represented a new piglet or calf to be born the next year. I like that. That's wow, that must be a lot.
Isn't that nice with all these little traditions and stuff with the Celtic heritage? There's just a lot that people don't realize.
Yeah. Originally, Yule was intended to serve as a pagan feast and celebration, while the Catholic Christmas feasts were separate. However, today many people celebrate both Yule and Christmas in conjunction.
hmm
Okay, St. Lucia's Day became popular in Scandinavia about 1000 AD to honor a Christian saint, but it incorporates many pagan elements of Yule as well. St. Lucia wore candles on her head to visit starving peasants during the coldest and darkest day of the year. And
Yes.
Scandinavians, huh,
I was saying yes.
still honor her by dressing as St. Lucia and lighting candles around the home. And then it goes into the bonfires.
Mm.
Many believe that bonfires would keep evil spirits away at night, essentially as a protection spell, while others thought the light from the fire would help usher the light of the sun into the sky again. Sorry. Yule eventually became a time people would decorate with evergreens, feast, exchanging gifts with family and friends, and light candles around the home. Even Christmas
Mhm.
trees were originally part of the pagan Yule holiday.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
And mistletoe has a long history in the use of the pagan traditions in Norse mythology. Mistletoe is associated with the pagan goddess Freya, who married Odin, king of all the Norse gods. Before the Reformation, a priest of the cathedral of York brought a bundle of mistletoe to the sanctuary each year during the Christmas moss tide. That looks weird. Never heard of Christmas moss tide.
I
Christmas
don't know.
tide. Christmas tide.
There you go.
Okay. All right. So
That
sorry,
that
it's
works.
really far away. Let me get my face closer. Zoom, zoom, zoom. There we go. Oh,
Got
oh,
it.
wait, that's too much.
What's too
There we go.
much?
All right. He brought in a big bundle of mistletoe into the sanctuary each year during Christmastide and put it on the altar as symbolic of Jesus being the divine healer of nations. Mistletoe is considered one of the most magical and sacred plants in paganism, symbolizing life and fertility and protecting against poison, which is weird because mistletoe is toxic to small children and animals. So,
Yes, especially cats and dogs.
yes, it is a parasitic plant. So, I know in North Carolina, man, we had tons of it. I mean, just everywhere. It was everywhere. I used to get
I
on
know.
the
I could
top of
not
the
tell the
car and get
difference.
the pole and start whacking it and try to get
Yes,
it.
one year or numerous years we had a mistletoe tree, and I had no clue that was a mistletoe tree. None.
Hmm. Well, it's not a mistletoe tree. It just
Well, it.
happened. It's a tree that grew mistletoe because it was a parasite. But I think it was because it was brought over to the US during the migrations and stuff.
So mistletoe is a parasite.
Yeah,
I never heard of that. Never knew that.
yeah. It's like a fungus
Why is it
or
so
plant
pretty?
because it's pagan. I don't know. It was used in
Wow, that was
battles of
funny.
Priya.
Oh wow.
There are 7 powerful meanings of mistletoe, from healing to love. It is a hemiparasitic plant that grows on branches of trees, particularly, hold on, I had a pop-up window. Hardwood trees like oak and apple. This means it relies on the host tree for certain nutrients, but it can produce its own food through photosynthesis.
Um. Wow. Really?
Hmm. It sends out roots that penetrate into the tree's bark, drawing out water and nutrients. Yet, while it might be leaching resources, most mistletoes usually don't kill their host trees. Instead, they maintain a delicate balance, ensuring their own survival without severely harming their host. This unique mode of existence is probably one of the most reasons it became symbolic important. It thrives.
Are you in a dilemma and you need some answers to your questions? What about the cards? What do they have in store for you? And what about these lines on your hand? What do they mean? And are you missing a person that's passed on? Well, if you answered yes to any of those questions, let me help you. Your answers are right here on the podcast. I have a few services that are available for you, including pendulum readings, tarot card readings, palmistry, and medium work. It starts as little as $5. Don't delay. Send your email today at wickedwayspodcast@outlook.com. And let's get you out of this turmoil that you're finding yourself in. And remember always, blessed to be.
Without soil, suspend between heaven and earth, and remains green even during the winter when most plants wither away. So, why did the Celtics
So how
revere
did a tree get? Well, now I'm kind of stuck on this. Damn.
parasite?
Yes,
Surprise.
because well, I guess it's like mushrooms. They're a fungus.
Yeah, basically. But it's just always been a mystery how it can grow on its own. It lasts.
And
Even when like apple trees die during the winter or they lose their leaves or whatever, the mistletoe still
they'll still
thrives.
be green parts on a tree. I
Yep,
wonder
and it
how it gets there, though. How the parasite gets. Is it transferred by a bird or the air? See, now
You're
I'm
thinking
really
way
thinking
too
into
much
this.
into it.
I can't help it. It's
I
what I do.
So I want to say it was like
I'm gonna look
supposedly the
this stuff up.
dandelion. Like the dandelion, I think, was brought over here. Chickens were brought
Well,
over here.
I know my iguana loved to eat dandelions when I had one. Louis, my iguana.
Mm-hmm.
You remember him? Her?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Thought it was a him. Thought it was him, but it turned out to be a her.
Yeah.
We kept her name.
So
Wow.
to truly grasp the significance of mistletoe, we must first rewind to the ancient Celts and Druid traditions. For the Druid, the ancient priest of the Celts, the mistletoe held a sacred significance, especially when it grew on the oak, which they held to be sacred. Roman philosopher Pliny the Elder wrote that the Druids held nothing more sacred than the mistletoe and the tree that bears it. Its ability to flourish in the hardest winter while the host of the tree stood barren made it a symbol of endurance and validity. This resilience, combined with the position elevated off the ground, led to the Druids to view it as a physical manifestation of divine essence. During the winter solstice, in a ceremony known as the Ritual of the Oak and Mistletoe, Druid priests would dress in white robes and cut mistletoe off of the tree using a golden sickle. It was crucial that the mistletoe did not touch the ground, for they believed that this happened, its powers would be robbed. Once harvested, they believed its blessings could be used for various purposes, from fertility charms to protection against evil forces. Interesting indeed.
Yes, it is.
Now, for the Norse mythology and what it means to them, it's like at the same time across the continent, mistletoe held a significance in Norse mythology. Mistletoe appears in an important myth involving the death of the god of Balder. The beloved god Balder was prophesied to die. His mother, the goddess of Freya, Frigg, 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 in her despair,
Love the spelling.
beast beat all things that grew on earth to wear an oath not to harm her son. Everything agreed, swearing never to harm Balder, but she forgotten to ask of this under the humble mistletoe plant because it did not grow on earth. Loki, the trickster god, fashioned an
Okay,
arrow.
nothing negative about Loki. I love Loki.
Loki, the trickster god, fashioned an arrow of mistletoe and had it used to kill Balder. However, the story doesn't end in tragedy. Balder was resurrected, and the mistletoe, instead of being punished, was given a role of love, of benevolence, and command by Freya. So maybe that's why they
Okay.
celebrate the resurrection of Jesus, because it was somebody's son that they.
Well, we could thank Loki for having the mistletoe.
Well,
Playing it
Loki's
with
the one who
love.
killed him.
Well,
It was because the mother, Freya, she blessed him with it.
but if it wasn't for Loki doing that, so we could thank Loki for the mistletoe and the love
Yeah.
that's connected. Yeah.
Yeah. So, from myth to superstition, as time progressed, the mystic lore of mistletoe merged with superstitions. The Celts began to hang it in their homes, believing it would bring in luck and ward off evil spirits. Its role in fertility made it a favorite decoration at weddings, and the notion of life and rebirth associated with the plant also made an essential symbol during the winter months. The association of mistletoe with fertility and viability might explain the tradition of kissing underneath it. In ancient Britain, it was believed that kissing under the mistletoe would enhance one's fertility. The tradition appears to have first caught among the domestic workers of England and then it spread to the middle class. Over time, it evolved into a general symbol of love, peace, and goodwill. Mistletoe and Christmas. So, how did it find its way to the Christmas traditions? As Christianity spread across Europe, many pagan traditions were integrated into Christian customs. Mistletoe symbolism of peace and love was easily absorbed into the spirit of Christmas. There's even a custom of 18th century England. With each kiss under the mistletoe, a berry would be plucked from the plant, and once all the berries were gone, the kissing magic was considered used up.
Never heard of that. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, I know, right? I
So
was
with
like,
every
dang.
kiss, they picked a berry off.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Oh
that's
my
pretty
gosh.
interesting.
I bought one for work. It was a fake one, of course. And because I don't want anyone to pick it up and get sick or something, you know. And I saw
Yeah.
people making out under it. So I was like,
Oh, was it where you're at
oh.
now or one of your
Yeah,
past?
yeah.
Oh, really?
Where I'm at, yeah. I was like,
Customers or?
yeah, yeah. I was like, dang. I was like, they tag
Well,
team.
you never
Like, what?
know.
Switch?
You may have helped create a new life next year.
Well, they were older folks, so.
Oh,
But
oh,
that's what even made it sweeter.
that's cute.
So, loving romance is the number one association with mistletoe is love due to this popular tradition of kissing underneath it. Rebirth in life, because mistletoe remains green and bears fruit during the winter, while many of the other plants appears dormant or dead. It has been a symbol of rebirth in life, representing the persistence of life during challenging times. Fertility and fertility. In ancient times, the Druids associated mistletoe with fertility because of the plant's miraculous stayed green and blossomed even during the winter. They believed it could perform miracles and used it as a medicine to encourage fertility. Beyond its association with general fertility, mistletoe white berries have sometimes been associated with male virility, leading to use in fertility rituals. I need some mistletoe. I need some
No, you did not
fertility.
say that.
I do.
Hide some under his pillow and his mattress, his side of the mattress, and do some dump, but none of food. I don't
And
want
it's
nothing to happen to
also,
him.
yeah, it's also associated with evil. In medieval times, mistletoe was hung year round to ward off evil spirits, ghosts, and witches. And then the old plant was burned after a new one was brought in. Beyond its evil spirits in certain cultures, mistletoe was believed to protect against witchcraft and generally misfortune. Farmers sometimes added mistletoe to their crops to protect against disease. It's also known for peace and recollection. In Norse mythology, mistletoe is a symbol of peace and recollection. In the Boulder myth, it was created that the mistletoe would never again be used as a weapon, and then from now on, it would be a symbol of love and peace. Could be used
Oh,
for,
that's cute.
for good luck. Rooted in the various ancient mythologies, including Norse, Greek, and Roman, mistletoe is often viewed as a bearer of good fortune. In French, the tradition of presenting a sprig of mistletoe during the new year to bring in luck for the year ahead is still popular. Healing. Druids harvest mistletoe with great ritual, never allowing the plant to touch the ground. They believed it will cure various elements, boost fertility, and protect against poison. The plant's healing properties were also feared that the Druids would create it with to counteract poison and improve validity. The Roman naturalist Pliny the Elder viewed mistletoe as a cure against poison and epilepsy.
Wow. We
Hmm.
really needed some of that around here.
Yes, yes, yes.
Very, very interesting.
So those are the uses of the mistletoe. I knew it was very fascinating, and I kind of wanted to talk about it during the Yule because I know there's a lot of history with it from many different spiritual paths when it comes to the mistletoe. So
I just did not realize it was a, what you call it? Not a
A
fungus, but it's
parasite.
a parasite.
Parasite.
The
A
parasite.
hemorrhoid parasite. Yep.
I wonder if it's because of the pecan trees that, because we didn't have no fruit trees. I don't know what some other trees were in the front.
Well, we got blackberries.
No, I'm at
So,
the house on the
oh, that we
forever
grew up
house.
in? The demolition house?
Yeah.
Gone. You can't
No,
go
you
there
did
no
not
more.
call it that. It's no longer there.
Gone. I'm
That's the
glad
only
I
thing
took
I
a
really
piece of
knew.
it. Do you still
Yeah.
have your piece of?
Yes, and so does Mom.
Okay, I did too. Mine's my wand, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I turned it into me wands. Wherever it is, here it is.
You didn't.
Ta-da! You
Okay.
see the white paint on it still?
Yeah, yours is different than mine.
Of course. I got
You
it.
didn't spend that time on my piece of the house.
Well, I gave it to you to do as you wish.
Oh Lord, don't. Oh good gosh, it's still the same.
I
As you
wanted
gave it.
to incorporate it to my magic. I'll
Well,
always
I didn't
have.
want to change anything you gave me. Aha,
Well,
got
you can
you.
do what you want. I turned it into whatever I wanted. You can too. So
Okay,
let's
now
talk
I know
about
I
the
got your permission.
colors. Let's talk about the colors of Yule and their meanings. So
Okay, I don't have
red,
that, so I'll listen.
red, it represents the Holy King. Hold on. Red represents the waning Holy King. Green represents the waxing Oak King. So right now, there was a battle in the winter solstice where it was the Holy King and the Oak King, and they were fighting each other. And
Oat King, OAT.
OAK, oak, like a
Oh,
tree,
well, what did I
like a
spell?
holly tree, and you
Oh,
spell
yeah,
oak.
that's what I meant. My bad. I'm just
The
a little
oak.
tired right now. Wow. I don't even know what I spelled.
It's okay. I
OAT.
probably didn't sound right coming from my fingers on my teeth.
Well, I don't have mine.
So there's a
Okay,
battle,
sorry.
and the Holly King lost, which means that there's more daylight coming in for the oak tree. The oak tree rules the spring and summers. Okay. Next is white. White represents purity and the hopes of new light. Silver represents the moon, and gold represents the sun. Those are very common Christmas colors. Is
Yes.
the red, the green, the white, the silver, and the gold. So those are your Yule colors and what they mean and why we use those when we decorate. And now you know why Christians use them too, but they just don't know it.
What's true? They probably think red's from Santa, green's for the tree, silver and gold is for money.
Well,
That's
I mean,
probably
it is
what they
for the
think.
tree. I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah, but that's not what it really means.
Very interesting. Oh, I forgot white. White could be the purity of Jesus. There we go. Got them all. Santa, Jesus, money. Got them covered.
So some rituals that you can do for Yule is the burning of a Yule log. Now, guys, you don't have to have this big ginormous tree to burn. Okay, you can do any kind of Yule log that you like. You can make a tiny small one for your altar. You can even drill holes in it and put candles on it and do it that way too. I mean, there's just many ways that you can utilize burning the symbolism of burning a log. Let's see. Yule log caroling, where you go door to door and you sing and you're just spreading good cheer, or you're just singing to raise the vibrations, which is why we sing in the first place. Feasting, gift giving, and decorating your tree. plants for the Yule season is holly, ivy, fir, pine, mistletoe, bay, rosemary, laurel, yew, and birch. Foods for this time of the year is roasted meats, nuts, dried fruits, mulled wine, cider, eggnog, gingerbread, and fruitcake. Yummy, yummy, and the Tommies.
All those do sound like pagan type. The fruitcake, what was that
The
before you
dried
said?
fruits.
Gingerbread. Because you use
Uh-huh.
ginger for a lot of things.
Yep.
Nutmeg. Yep. Cinnamon.
Cider, eggnog, mulled wine. I drank wine on winter solstice. And winter
What'd you say?
solstice,
Mulled wine?
yeah,
What is that?
I don't know,
That don't
but
sound
that's
good.
what it says. I don't know. I guess it's just aged.
Or homemade. Okay.
Maybe homemade. That sounds good.
Organic. I can see that.
Organic.
Well, that's homemade.
So
Homemade wine.
there's so what did you do anything for the solstice, winter solstice? Did you do
Honestly, no. Decorated a tree.
No.
Decorated a tree. I did do that.
Oh, yeah,
It was chaotic.
yeah. And more plants are also the poinsettias. People like the poinsettias, so I got to add that in there.
Those are very dangerous and deadly to cats. Also, just warning.
Yeah, yeah. It can cause, no one's never died from it, but it can cause upset stomachs. But I mean, if it's a small enough cat, like a young one, then it probably won't do that well. So just be mindful when you have these live plants in your house. Be aware of any toxins that they could have. Let's see here. Oh, so on Yule, I made Christmas crack. It was like viral videos I saw on TikTok and I wanted to try it. It's like made with crackers, melted butter, brown sugar, chocolate chips melted, sprinkles, and I melted a little bit of frosting and drizzled it on top. Buttercream. People loved it. I also baked lots of goodies.
Sounds good.
I made cake. No, I didn't.
And did you
I
make
made
your husband's
cookies.
Christmas tradition? I forgot what it was, but it sounded really good when he described it. Remember?
What? No.
Oh, Pearl, shame on you. You should know what it
What?
was. I don't remember.
Well, how are you gonna ask me and you don't even remember what it is?
I can't remember what it was, but
Ask me if he did something and you don't even know.
I don't remember, but it
Deep
sounded
fried
good.
turkey. Deep fried turkey.
Do what?
Deep fried turkey.
Do I cry turkey? What does that mean?
Deep fried.
Oh, deep fried turkey. It was something his mother made, and it was a candy
no.
type thing.
No, didn't do it.
I think it had powdered sugar, melted sugar. I don't know, but it sounded good. Find out and send it to me how to make it. I'm serious.
So a lot of people also decorate their tree with homemade decorations. I did one year. I used a lot of gemstones and wood on my tree. I wood carved some decor in them. I think I even gave y'all an ornament that I made one year, didn't
Yes,
I?
you did.
Yep.
What is it called? Wood burning? Yes, you did.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I remember that. That's pretty cool. I don't have that kind of
By my
talent.
hand, it's stick figures. I started off simple.
I can't do stuff like that. I was not gifted.
You can do it, you just don't.
The oldest was with patience. The other one was organization and determination. You're crafty, gifted, all types of crafts. And I'm just the black sheep of the family. I have none of
Stop
those.
it. You are
What? Argumentative,
you're
stubborn,
determined. Yes.
determined. Okay.
Mindset.
Mindset. Those are my talents, huh?
You are a good debater. You're a good researcher too. You have the research skills.
Research. Okay,
Um,
I'm a good researcher.
you're you're good in politics.
Beginning.
Yeah, but you're so good in it, finding information.
Yes, because I
You're
don't go
good
by
at
one,
all
two,
of
or
this
three sources.
paranormal, spooky stuff.
It's not. Well, it can be spooky, but it's not spooky. But it can be spooky
Yeah,
because you never know what's really out there. That's why you should really go back to watching Stranger Things.
I know, Stranger Things.
Because it's another dimension.
Yes, I know about it. There's at least 12 different dimensions that there are
Sorry.
aware of. There's at least 12 dimensions.
This is the baby cat. He's a little fluff boy.
So, what is the next Sabbath coming up? Is it
It's gotta be in
llamas?
spring.
I know it's on February the 1st. It's basically like Groundhog's Day, which is why we celebrate it, by the way, in case you didn't know.
Oh Lord.
That's why they make a Groundhog's Day to throw in our Sabbaths.
Oh, I did not know that. That's interesting. Wait a minute. I think we did speak about it once.
Oh, it's in bulk. I'm sorry, in bulk.
That's the name of it.
In bulk.
Imbolc.
IMBOLC. It's February 1st through the 2nd. There's at least 8 different Sabbaths to celebrate. So
We do need to do an
are,
episode on paranormal though, so my Frosty could be involved.
yeah, we will. We'll get it in
He
there.
keeps asking me,
Oh,
when can I record? When can I record?
oh,
I know he wants to.
part
And then the other one, and the other one's got a 1-track mind as video game, so we got.
Yep. And then let's see, there's in bulk, which is February the 1st through the 2nd, that's the beginning of spring. Let's see. Then you got
Really?
Ostara. Well, it's spring's beginning. You're starting to see signs of spring coming in. You're gonna
That's normally
notice
when we get the snow and ice.
yeah. Yeah, I mean somewhat. And then you got Ostara, which is March 19th through the 23rd. That is the spring equinox. That's when you have like equal day and equal night
And
as far
that's
as like
when
daylight goes.
that's born Frosty's birthday.
Yeah, yeah. Then you got Beltane.
I remember
Beltane
that one.
is April the 30th through May the 1st. That is May Day. That's where people get their maypoles, and that's when women's are ready to get pregnated back in the day. A lot of people get pregnant during that time. And then let's see here. Next, it is. Oops. Hold on. I can't see.
Open your eyes, then. I'm
It's
joking.
sorry. Hold on. It's the summer solstice. That's the next one. Sorry. That is June the 19th through the 23rd. And that is when you have the peak of the daylight coming in. Most day, the longest day, basically. And then after that, nights start to get longer and longer. The next is llamas. The llamas.
Did you say llamas? Like a llama?
Well, Lamaze. I think it's Lamaze.
Lamaze? Like Irving
Lamaze.
Lamaze?
Lamaze. Yeah, I would say so. The last time
Okay.
I checked, anyways. Sorry. Technical difficulties over here. All right. Let's see. Get back where I was. So what was that? Llamas. Or you can
Lamaze.
call it Lunasod. Ugh.
Where did you lose the page?
So okay, so there's Beltane, and the summer solstice is called Litha, if you're wondering. Then there's
Okay.
Lunasod, which some people call Llamas. And then you
Lamaze.
got then you got Mabon and then Samhain. And those are
Okay.
your fall festivals. Samhain is Halloween. So,
I like that one.
sorry, I lost my page that I was reading on. I wanted to get the dates on those, but I lost it. Oh
How
no,
could you
come
lose
back.
it?
I lose my mind. All right, so we were talking about looking forward to the new year ahead and goals that we want to achieve. What are yours?
Say it again.
What are your goals you want to achieve for the new coming year?
I don't set goals because I never
Okay.
accomplish them. Then I feel like if I don't accomplish them, then I failed, and I don't want to feel like I failed. So the only thing I do is do better.
What do you want to do better at?
Everything.
Oh, come on. Stop giving me these
I want to
generic
have better
answers.
patience. I want to have better communication. I want to have better understanding. I want to have better patience,
Mm-hmm.
better temperament.
Those are
But
good,
I
I
blame
guess.
biology on that. Okay,
Can't
I'm
help who
50. Give me a
your
break.
yeah. Can't help who your parents were that raised you either.
That is true
Because
too, but I think this is
some
more
learned
hormonal.
behavior. So are you planning on trying to buy a house here in West Virginia? Is that on your bucket list?
I would love to.
That
Yeah.
was your original goal.
If
That was supposed to
the
happen
lottery
earlier
people
this
helped me
year.
out here, but they want to ignore me, so I've been ignoring them. So that's
Mm.
another thing. Hold on just a minute. I'm not going to yell at my cat.
Well, I know that interest rates are going to be dropping in spring, so that might be a good time to
Well,
look.
I think once
It's always going to be something.
November hits, oh, there'll be a big difference one way or another, no matter who it is, as long as it ain't the one there now. Just,
Well, you need to have a plan for before then, because by then it might be too late.
what is it? My
Just
cat's
being
talking to me.
prepared. Just being prepared. We need to get ready and end this episode because I know where this is going. Let me wrap it up here. So I would guess you would say New Year's resolutions is to get a resolution for my fertility issue right now. I don't know
Yes.
what's going on with that. Um, another one is lose weight. Like I'm gonna be so strict on myself January, February, and March because my goal is to lose like 20 pounds minimum.
Wow, really?
Mm-hmm. I want to lose 20 pounds.
Are you going
Well,
to begin your garden again?
yes, I do want to do that as long as I get a fence this time. So my husband doesn't run over my
Crops?
sunflowers. Yeah, he ran over my sunflowers. I was so mad. I worked so hard
Well,
for those little babies.
the
I did.
boys
I'm
burnt
like,
up.
really?
They started growing. They had their little sunflowers growing, and then we had them in direct sunlight, and they burnt up. I felt bad.
Sorry.
I wonder if they still grow though. At least begin to grow. Do yours try to grow back at all?
I don't know. Probably
Ah,
not.
okay.
Yeah. Well, I think that's all I
You also
have.
need a fence to keep deer from getting in there.
I know. That's another thing I need. So it just depends if my husband does all that for me. And plus, we really want to use somebody's plow because I ain't doing that shit by hand. Sorry, it's too
Oh, you're
hard.
gonna make it big then.
Yeah, that's what I need. I need a big one. I need to get
Wow.
ready for this year.
What about doing some on your deck?
It's
Like
not worth the hassle for
tomatoes
me
and
because, like, chickens will still go in there. They will get them.
oh, get a baby
Mm,
gate. They'll just jump on over, fly on over. You need to get a llama.
a goat.
Llama.
Goat. Well,
The emu.
that's all, folks. I ain't got nothing else to
You
use.
get them so that way I don't have to. How's that?
You move here.
Get an emu.
Move here.
Oh man. So we gotta move there and then you'll buy one. That's
Yes.
unfair.
No, very fair. Very, very fair. All right, everyone. This is your girl Pearl signing out this month.
And Stacy saying, check you later.
Bless be.
Bye.
Bye.